5 things ruining your life right now. There are 5 things stealing your holy Amrit, the holy nectar within you. There are 5 things that are just destroying your life and creating chaos and suffering. And they're torturing you every single day and you don't realize it. And Guruji clearly outlines that these 5 things stop us from actually reaching God, from connecting to that one, that true divine. And these 5 things are Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. So that is lust, anger, greed, attachment and pride. And today we're going to be going through attachment. So this is a 5-part series where we go through each part, each thief, and I tell you how you can combat it and how it's affecting your life. So today we're talking about Moh, which is attachment. So I wanted to start off with the Sakhi. There was a Sakhi. So a Sakhi is a true story. So there was a Sakhi of this man, and he was really attached to his family. And he would say that my family could not live without me. My family would die without me. If I wasn't here, my family would be dead. And he would say that I'm the one who brings all the money in. I'm the one who works every day. I'm the one who keeps them safe. Without me, there would be nothing. And basically, he was just stuck to his pride, to his ego, and he was just so attached to his family. And one day, Guru Nanak Dev Ji himself came to that man, and he offered him liberation. He offered him like actual liberation, like mukti. But the man refused. The man refused. Why? Because he said that, oh no, I can't leave. I can't leave because my family, they won't be able to survive. Who's going to provide for them? Who's going to keep them safe? Who's going to work hard for them? Who's going to bring them money? And so Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, all right, it's fine, it's your choice. And he let him go. And so basically, eventually, later on, the time came when the man was nearing closer to his death. And ironically, at the same time, a cow, one of their cows was also nearing to death. And basically he started worrying. He started worrying so much about how, if this cow dies, how are they going to repay for the cow? How are they going to keep their profits high? How are they going to keep on getting enough milk? How are they going to do this? He was worrying so much about his family and how they can't live without him. And ironically, also at that time, the other cow was ready to give birth. So this man kept on thinking about cows, kept on thinking about that one cow. And so when he did die, he got reincarnated and was born as a cow, and that cow that the other cow was pregnant with. And so basically he started serving the family as a cow, and the family didn't even know. And so one day Guru Nanak Dev Ji came back to that house, came back to their family, and he asked, so where's the man gone? And then their kids said, oh yeah, he died a few years ago, it's very sad, all this. And then he said, Guru Nanak Dev Ji asked them, and he said, how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? And they said, yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're running the farm, we're doing very, very good. And yeah, that just proves that they didn't need him. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to the cow, because obviously he's Antarjami, he knows everything. He went to the cow and he told him, so would you like liberation now? And the cow still said that no, I would not like liberation, because I serve this family. Without this family, without me, the cow, my family wouldn't be able to survive. They'd have to repay, they couldn't work. It wouldn't work. And I'm not going to go through the full Sakhi because that's going to take way too long. But basically, this repeats a few more times. This repeats a few more times with a few more animals, and eventually he becomes a snake. And when he becomes a snake, he comes to his family, and obviously he's forgotten that he's in this form of a snake. And when he comes to his family, they kill him, because obviously they're scared, it's a snake. And then he gets reborn into an ant. Guruji comes and saves him, and he finally gives up and he gets liberated. And basically this Saki proves that we shouldn't be attached to this worldly things. We shouldn't be attached to these worldly things, because they're going to leave us. At the end of the day, we're going to leave this world. And so don't get attached to these worldly things, like family, like materialistic objects, like just random objects. Don't get attached to these things, because it carries on with you. It carries on with you and carries on with you. And it's just a mental load, when in reality you don't even need it. And one way I can see this in my life is when I bought something with my own money, when I've actually invested my own money into something, then I love that thing. I get so attached to it. I want to keep it forever. And then when someone breaks it or something happens to it, I get so sad. I'm like, oh, come on now. I've just spent all that money on it, my own money, and it's gone now. And I'd be constantly thinking about it. But in reality, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you're going to die. At the end of the day, you're going to die. We're all going to die. That's one thing you can't escape. Another thing is, in terms of grades, I always thought as a child, I thought grades defined you. I thought grades were like the end all be all, yeah, but they're not. Grades really don't matter nowadays, because we've got the internet, we've got this, where you can actually sell your products online, where you can actually do things that you truly love without focusing on shitty grades. But yeah, so start to let go of these worldly things, and really realize that there is only one true thing in this world, and that is Naam. That is the true one. That is Waheguru. Waheguru. Only Waheguru. So just leave it in the past. Leave these things in the past. Don't carry it with you. Don't get attached to these things. I could be attached to making these videos, but one day I'm going to leave it. I could be attached to this park, but one day I'm going to be forced. I'm going to be forced to leave it. And this links to another Saki, which I just remembered, of these two monks. So basically, these two monks pledged a vow to each other that they'll never, ever, ever, ever touch a woman. Never touch a woman from now on. And so basically, they were going on their pilgrimage or their journey or whatever they were on, and they came to this bridge, and the bridge was not very sturdy, it was not very good, and this old lady was trying to cross it, but she was struggling. So one of the monks just straight up went and piggybacked her, which I know is kind of weird, but piggybacked her across the thing, picked her up, and then let her go. And then the two monks carried on with their journey. They carried on with their journey, and a few hours later, the other monk finally broke, and he was like to the other monk, "Why did you touch that woman? I thought we pledged a vow." He said this a few hours later, and he said, "We pledged a vow. How have you already broke it?" And the other monk said that, "Well, I carried her for about 1 minute, but you've been carrying her for all those hours since I left her at the bridge." And that's the thing. We get so mentally attached to things we don't even realize. We don't even realize that we're so mentally attached with so many things, that there's thoughts in our mind that are constantly going, thoughts spinning around in your mind, and they're constantly just there. And you might be thinking, "Oh yeah, I've let go of this, but you haven't truly. And you know it, deep down you know it, but you won't admit it. And that's where the hukam mindset comes in. If you watched my previous video, I also talked about it in my previous video and the video before that. It's just, you've got to accept that everything's hukam. Everything is within Guruji's command. Everything is within God's command, Waheguru's command. And we can't do anything about that. So when we do get something, and when something happens, when some people die or when something happens, take it as a blessing. I know that's hard. I know it's so much tougher than it sounds. But Parmeswar changai karta, wo changai karta hai. He only does good. He can never do bad. And yeah, you've just got to accept what is. Because at the end of the day, we're going to leave this. This is all just fake. This is all just the game of God. This is all just the game of God. We're going to leave this one day. And one day, hopefully, me and you, we're going to get mukt. We're going to join God. We're going to actually get liberation. So yeah, just leave things in the past. Don't get too attached. Don't get too attached. A lot of the time, you don't even realize when you're attached, just like that monk didn't, because he was actually carrying the woman in his mind, whilst the other monk carried the woman for about a minute. He carried the woman for hours. So yeah, Sikhi is beautiful, man, and many people miss the chance to truly experience it. Many people miss the whole point of Sikhi, and that's why I've made Sikhi coaching to actually help people, to actually help you, someone like you, who's heard about Sikhi, who's learning about Sikhi, to actually get it integrated into your life, to actually become like actually a proper Sikh, and actually start following the discipline, following the death, and actually gaining your knowledge. So in my Sikhi coaching, I'll help you with the knowledge, I'll help you with the prayers, and I'll help you with the schedule. I'll help you with anything that's impacting your Sikhi. And I just really want to spread this message, man. I really want to spread this message, because it was only a few months ago until it really hit me that Sikhi is so beautiful. Only a few months ago. You can see it through the change of my videos. So yeah, if you want to buy my Sikhi coaching, definitely check that out in the top link. If you want to find like-minded people just like you, people who are watching videos like these, actually sitting here for the full 12 minutes and actually trying to gain something, trying to gain some knowledge, then I've got a Khalsa Brotherhood community in the second link in the description below. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Forgive me for any mistakes I made in this video. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. That tomorrow is not a promise, so do what you can today. Waheguru ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru ji ki Fateh.